Hi, it's Coach Petrini here, 100-pound weight loss success story and certified personal trainer, to give you the 411 on Beachbody's latest program, the 21-Day Fix. In this video, I'm going to go over what you get, what you'll need, and what you'll be eating during this program. So come on, let's get started. There are a few different options to order. I'm going to put links below, so be sure to look in the description section to see links where you can learn more and order if you're ready. The first and least expensive option to order the 21-Day Fix is what's called the Essentials Kit, and it includes, first and foremost, 7 different 30-minute workouts on 2 DVDs. You'll get those. You will also get an eating plan, which is where the magic happens. It's a little booklet and it will tell you exactly what you should be eating during the program. You will get a Start Here guide that has a workout calendar. It'll tell you which days to do what workouts, and you'll also have a transformation tracker where you can enter in your starting weight and your measurements. And this is a nice bonus as well. There's a 3-day quick fix meal plan that you can close out on, like do it days 19, 20, and 21 to really maximize your results. And what it is, it's based on the way that Autumn eats when she's preparing for either a photo shoot or a bikini competition. Super lean, super smart. You can really, I think, maximize the results you get in the program by following this at the end. If you order from a coach, which I hope that you are, you also get a bonus workout, Plyo Fix, and it's an extreme fat-blasting cardio workout. The heart and soul of your kit is going to be these handy-dandy food containers. And I will go over exactly what each of these mean at the what you'll eat portion, but they're basically how you will portion out different types of foods. And you'll also get a Shakeology shaker cup. Very handy dandy and BPA free. And in case you're wondering about the containers as well, these are also BPA free and they're microwave and dishwasher safe. Or you could opt to get the ultimate kit, and that includes everything in the base kit plus 2 additional workouts, a tote bag, a resistance band, and a large on-the-go container for your foods. And finally, there is the challenge pack option, which comes with everything in the Essentials kit plus a month's worth of Shakeology. If you're wondering whether or not you need Shakeology to do this program, the answer is no, but it will certainly make your life a lot easier. You'll have one of your meals or snacks all set and ready to go, where you just blend it with water, and if you want frozen fruits or if you want to use one of your teaspoon allowances, you can make it with nut butter as well. It's a delicious, convenient option for the 21 days. And now we come to what you'll need to do the program. You'll need weights or resistance bands. Women should have a set from between 3 to 10 pounds, although you can certainly go heavier and I won't discourage you from doing so. Men should shoot for a range of 8 to 20, although again, you can go higher. You'll also need a teaspoon to measure out certain foods under the meal plan, so make sure you've got one handy. A garden variety spoon out of your utensil drawer is not going to do. Make sure you get an accurately measured, gorgeous teaspoon. Wondering what you'll eat on the plan? It is simple. The portion size containers make it easy to determine how much you should be eating. There's no need to count calories, carbs, or points. I'm going to be taking a break from my FitnessPal account and just using these portion control containers to determine my eating. If you're curious as to what the macros will wind up looking like on this program, it turns out to be about roughly 40% carbs, 30% protein, and 30% fat, which is a balance that's great for weight loss and for sustaining your energy throughout the day. So how do you figure out how much you're going to eat? The eating plan includes a 3-part calculation to determine your daily caloric target. You'll enter 3 different things into your calculator to figure it out. And then once you do that, you will skip over to a chart, and depending on where you land, you'll figure out how many of each color-coded container you can have each day. You can then print out tally sheets to help you keep track each day. You can write the totals you get up at the top and then check off when you're having one at each meal or snack. You can then choose between 2 different methods to spread your meals throughout the day. You can do what's called the energy balancer, where you'd have 3 meals and 2 snacks each day spread about 2 to 3 hours apart. Or you could do the fat burner, where you'd spread your eating across 6 different meals about roughly 2 hours apart. if you do choose the fat burner option, make sure that you eat all your purple and yellow containers before 6 p.m. And speaking of purple and yellow, you're probably wondering, what do these colors mean? I'll go over each one. Green are for veggies, although your vegetables do not have to be green in order to go into this container. You could choose squash or beets, peppers, things that aren't green. It doesn't have to be green to go into the container, but it does have to be a non-starchy vegetable. Depending on what caloric range you fall in, you'll fill up this one between 3 to 6 times each day. Purple. Purple is for fruits. Depending on what caloric range you fall in, you'll fill this one between 2 and 4 times each day. Red is for protein, and if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, this doesn't mean that you have to put meat in here. You can also put tempeh or tofu. Other than that, if you are not a vegetarian or vegan, you can fill it with lean meats, game, certain ricotta and cottage cheese are considered a protein. And depending on the range you'll fall, you'll fill this one up between 4 and 6 times each day. Yellow. Yellow is for carbs. Think beans, grains, pasta, whole grain breads, none of that white stuff, and starchy vegetables like potatoes. That's what you'll use the yellow container for, and depending on what range you fall in, you'll fill this up between 2 and 4 times each day. And blue is for healthy fats. Think avocado, hummus, cheeses, coconut milk. And everybody just gets one of these each day, no matter what calorie range you fall in. And orange, finally, is for seeds and oils. You can fill this up with your salad dressing, sunflower seeds, olives, or peanuts. And everybody, no matter what calorie range you fall into, gets one each day. Curiously enough, there are 2 in your kit. And I wondered about that, but you know what? You can make good use of the second one by filling it up with whatever seasoning mix you make at home. I made a spicy southwestern mix that's in the eating plan, and you can fill up your second container with that seasoning mix. If you're wondering about odd-sized foods that you know are not going to fit into one of these containers, like a piece of bread, for instance, in the carbs, there is a guide in the eating plan that shows you what the serving size would be for those oddly shaped items. If you're wondering what the teaspoon is for, it's for measuring out oils or nut butters. And depending on where you fall in your daily caloric target range, you'll get anywhere from between 2 and 6 of these. Another great feature about this program is you can have wine and some treats. You're allowed. Wine is one of an approved beverage 3 times a week, and that would be 4 ounces of wine. And you're also allowed 3 treats each week. And depending on what treat you choose, you'd either be putting it in the orange container or the yellow container, and that is all in the guide as well. If you're someone who's worried about times that you dine out, there is also a restaurant guide in there that will show the breakdown of what each of the portion sizes would be for certain popular restaurant dishes. Or if you're someone who's not very shy and doesn't care about what people think of you, you can even bring the containers with you and try to portion it out. What I recommend though doing to better tackle the times where you're at some social gathering or at a restaurant is, anytime you're prepping a meal, make sure you take it out of the containers and put it on a plate. That way you'll get a really good idea of what a portion size is going to look like, and you'll be able to eyeball it when you're out and about. And that's it. That's my 411 guide on 21-Day Fix. I'm very excited about the program. I'm just starting it today. And one final note too about the containers. I know some of you will look at this and say, well, that doesn't look like very much food. But you'd be surprised at how much can fit into each of these containers. I've tested it, I'm on almost at lunchtime, and I made my dinner using the portion containers just to get an idea, and it really does make for a full plate. So don't worry, you're not going to be starving yourself on this program, and I even wound up not able to finish my breakfast this morning. I had steel-cut oats, a diced up apple, and 2 hard-boiled eggs, and I could not finish the oatmeal. I was already feeling really full. So don't be deceived. It's a great program. Any questions about it, you can feel free to email me at coachpatrina@yahoo.com. And if after watching this you're very interested and you want to go ahead and commit, make sure you use the links in the description below. Thank you. Have a good one.